Hello Tube Dwellers and welcome. I'm the Arcadean and today we are looking at episode 43, Lufensia. Now this can be a bit of a tricky one to wrap your head around at the beginning because like 50% of the cards in your hand are complete trash. They're useless for the purposes of getting through this particular episode. Nevertheless, as always, once you know what you're supposed to be doing, it becomes much simpler. So, let's dive right in. So, as you can see, we have a double-colored deck for this particular episode. Now, the useless cards you're not going to really want to deal with are the Goblin Cannonball and the Goblin Sapper Robots. They're pointless. Don't even bother with those. You probably won't need to use Lightning either. The cards you need to focus on are Magic Missiles and the Betrayals. You can get through this entire episode only using those. So the idea is, and we'll just charge up here, the idea is that we are trying to pull as many of these guys, these interrogators, over to our side of the field as possible on the turn that they're summoned, because that way we get them to summon 2 of their torture devices. What we are looking for is for the interrogator to summon a rat bucket. That is the only way, beyond just ridiculous amounts of attrition, that we're going to win this. So we grab the interrogator, and he's paralyzed, so he won't go back on the side. Oh, we start out with a rat bucket. That's fantastic. Now, if you get really unlucky, these interrogators will just not summon rat buckets, and that can be a real problem. In that case, you know, your entire field will get filled up, and that can be awkward. So that's a situation when you would use the lightning. You're trying to destroy your own creatures so that you can drag the interrogators over, get more stuff, and so on and so forth. We don't need to worry too much about that now, though. We've got the rat bucket, so we will charge up. Now, the rat bucket is going to double its attack value every single turn. And we got another torture device off the interrogator, which is fine. That'll just help to block that. We've got more than enough HP though, so we don't need to worry about taking any damage. They've got their own rat bucket. We don't really want that to hang out onto the field though. The rat bucket is our win condition, but it can also be the enemy's win condition. But as you can see, we can't quite beat it just yet. So we'll level up. We'll take the damage off that other torture rat bucket, and then we'll just quickly kill it on the next turn. We've got to make sure that we eliminate anything that drops in front of our rat bucket, just because we don't want to have this little guy take any damage, ideally. It racks up pretty quickly, and there we go, there's the torturer's cement shoes. No problem there, though. We're already up at 8 on the torture rat bucket, so we will kill the cement shoes with 1 magic missile, and we will kill the enemy's torture rat bucket with the other one. Goodbye, rat buckets. And we will deal 8 damage to Lufensia, taking her down to within fatal range. So all we need to do now is ensure that whatever she drops in front of the rat bucket is dealt with, and we have a betrayal for just such a purpose. So the interrogator drops in front of the torture rat bucket, no big deal. We're going to snag that out of the way with a betrayal, and that will allow our rat bucket to deal fatal damage really nice and quick this time. Bye-bye, interrogator. Now, as I say, normally you won't get quite as lucky with the rat bucket dropping on the very first interrogator summon, but in that case it's not a big deal. As you can see from the Judas Cradle, they just help to act as defensive barriers, and that just prevents any extra damage coming out your way. Make sure to snag the interrogators while they are still paralyzed with summoning sickness, because that means you get 2 torture device summons, which obviously doubles your chance of getting the rat bucket. Once the rat bucket is out on your side of the field, you've basically won. Just make sure that you clear out any enemy that's in front of it before the enemy can kill the rat bucket, and that's about it, really. Keep enough gold in there for at least 1 betrayal for the final turn, and then just keep cycling the magic missiles through. So I hope that was helpful. If you guys want any other guides, please let me know down in the comments section below. So that's it for this video, and that's it from me. Thanks very much for watching, and as always, a special thank you to all the Arcanauts who have subscribed so far. Until next time, have fun, and good luck.